Hello everyone, welcome back to Unity Codes. This is episode 5 of our platform series, where today we're going to make a fading platform. Next episode we'll make a falling platform for whoever prefers that. But all it's going to be is, if you stand on a platform over 3 seconds, it's going to slowly fade away and then you fall through it. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to work with animations today, so please go back to episode 1 if you haven't seen it, and set up the layout properly. So get your animation tool and animator tool here. You'll really want it there just to follow along easier, but if you have it how you want it, keep it that way. Now we're going to make a folder in your assets, create folder, and then animations, and we're going to make a 2D object, sprites, square. Let's call it fading platform. Now press this little button next to the white, and then just press on the brown, like the ground. So now it looks like the ground. And another thing I did is on the ground, go to your ground and change the Y to -5. It should be -5.05 or however you have it, but change to -5. And in this fading platform, let's put it on -5 as well. Let's go to our moving tool. Let's just move it to the right a bit. And let's make it scale. The x-axis, make it 3 instead of 1. So now we have a little platform. And let's add component, box collider 2D, as always. Now, to get the camera to just follow the player, a very simple way for now, just to make this easy. Let's put the player back at 0, 0, like 0, 0, 0, all its positions. Take your main camera, drag it onto the player. Make it a child of the player, basically. So now, if we press play, as you can see, our camera is following our player. Oh, now we might have to adjust a few things, maybe like the player's dying height and stuff. So let's do that now. First thing we're going to do is on the ground, we're going to change this tag. We're going to change it to rain. And give me a second. Sorry about that. I was just wondering why I couldn't remove the tag. So go on your ground immediately after making the terrain tag. Put it on terrain. Now up here on layers, click edit layers, and here's your tags. Now on ground, press the minus. We're just going to remove it so it doesn't confuse us. The fading platform, put it on terrain as well. Now open your script editor, and we're going to open the player stats. Open the player stats. Now, in your player stats, we're going to say if transform.position y is smaller than -5, he dies. We're going to change that to 5.5f, which just makes it a float. So now it'll be lower than the platforms. And we're going to play a jump zone. We're going to change ground to terrain. Just copy it, delete ground, paste it. Let's go back into Unity. We're just going to make sure the tag is the exact same, capital T, 2 R's, everything. Yep. Now let's test if it still works. Yes, as you can see, it still works. If we jump to the other platform, everything works fine. Again, you can move these blocks however you want. This is just me showing how it works. Alright, nice. And if we still jump down, we die. Okay. Now, let us get started on a fading platform. First thing we're going to do is, in the traps, we're going to make a script, call it fading platform. Just wait for it to load. We're not going to work with it just yet, but we're just making it so it's easier. Now put the fading platform script onto your fading platform, and make sure the fading platform is on terrain tag. And now, let's go into our player. Make sure the tag on player is player. Now we're going to go into fading platform, click on your animation window. Now press create. Now you'll see all your folders here. Go to animations. Let's actually make a new folder in animations, which will show up in here. It's like we're making one there. And let's just call it fading platform. We can sort a little more in the future, but if you're not going to make a lot of animations, don't worry about it. You can just put everything in here. It's not something you'll go back to and like specifically have to go through, so it doesn't matter too much. For me, at least. Now, let's rename this to just idle. So this will just be the state it's in always. And you're going to press the little recording button. And let's just say scale. Right click your scale, press add key, and that just means it plays an animation of what the scale is. Now this is just to make a actual state. Now say create new clip over here. So click on idle, new clip. Let's call it fade. Now we're going to press record. And we're going to add key at the color. So right click the color and add key. Scroll to get a bigger timeline. Go to 3 seconds. Or we can make it a little bit shorter. Let's say 2 seconds. Shouldn't be a baby game. Go to your color. Take this 255, 0. So, as you can see, if you press play, fades away. Alright, very easy. Now, we're going to go into Animator. You'll see all this. I know if you're new and you haven't seen this before, it can be a little overwhelming. Just don't worry about it. Don't look at anything. Don't try to figure things out. Just, for now, just look at it. You can move these blocks around. Just move them like this, more or less, or however you want. Press the little plus sign. We're going to make a trigger, and let's call it fade. Shouldn't be the same as the state. So let's call it fading. Remember this name. It has to be, you're going to use this name again in your script. So make sure it's not some weird thing. Now, right click your idle, say make transition, press it on fade, and then on your idle, press this little, so click on the little arrow line, and then in conditions, press the plus sign, and by default, it will be whatever you have. If you only have one, it's going to be fading. But if you have more, there'll be more here. Now, in this, click the little arrow to open the settings, make all of this 0, and then say it doesn't have exit time. So, has exit time is not ticked. Double click your fade, the gray box, and in loop time, tick it closed. So now, if your script ever triggers fading, it will fade, which obviously is the animation where it's disappearing. Very simple stuff. And that was just a small introduction to the animations. Very easy to do. And you can see it's all in here. So you can just close these. You'll never have to see them again. You don't go to those because you could just click on this and access it from here. Now go into your script. Let's just make sure again it's on your fading platform. So see, script's right there. Let's open our editor. And now, whatever your editor is, open your traps folder and the script. Here it'll be the normal stuff. Now, straight away, we're going to do on collision, enter 2D. Ah, man, I messed it up. On collision, enter 2D. Now do if col.collider.compare tag player. So if the player touches it, it's the exact same as the spike. We'll now leave it empty. We're going to go underneath this and type in IE enumerator. And then we're going to say start, has to be capitals, start fade. And for now, actually, no, yield return new, wait for seconds. Let's say 2.99f. Actually, let's just do 3f. It'll be fine. So obviously this means after 3 seconds, it'll do this. And if you can't tell what that already means, after 3 seconds, destroy game object. So if the player touches it after 3 seconds, do this. So in your player, say start coroutine. I mean, not in your player, in this little on collision, the if statement, say start coroutine, start fade. So let's see if it works. Now the animation will not play. It's not going to fade away, but it should go away after. wait, sorry. Let's go back to the script. It's meant to be 2 seconds. Didn't mean to make that mistake. It's just when I was planning this video, I was going to plan 3 seconds, but I decided 2 seconds would be better. Let's just make sure. What did I end up going for? Go in your animation window. Fade. We did do 2 seconds. Okay. Let's press play. Oh no. Alright, well there you guys got a nice example of always save your project. Unity just crashed on me. Luckily there wasn't anything that broke my stuff, so I didn't have to restart recording. So, press play. And let's see what happens. We jump onto the platform. I suck at this game. Jump onto the platform. It should disappear. Yeah, works. Beautiful. Now, go back into your script. We're going to say private animator anim start anim equals get component. That's the wrong one. Let's just delete this. Get component animator. Now this works the exact same way as if you use your rigid body and stuff. And now we're gonna do anim dot set trigger fading. This should work. So all this is doing is it's going to the animator component and it's saying set trigger fading, which of course, if you click into your fading platform, there's your animator, and in here, there's your trigger fading. So let's see if it works. Should work first time. I hope it does. Just jump on it, and you can see it fade away. Nice. That's perfect. So now we already have we can take this and we can put it in our traps as a prefab. So now we already have 2 things. Spikes that kill the player and platforms that fall away. Now once we make big levels, these things will work nicely. Again, it's all placeholder. We will change these to nice sprites at the end. Make it all pretty. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this little introduction to the animator didn't scare you too much if you haven't worked with it before. And I'll see you all in the next video.